Hello everyone, and welcome to How Many Ones? My name is Matt Clark, and with me as always is...
Paul Buckler.
And...
Richard Belfield. The Dorset's answer to Rockney S. O'Bannon.
I don't even know what it is.
No, do I.
That's a good one.
Rockney S. O'Bannon was the writer and creator of Farscape.
Oh, okay. No,
Okay.
I quite like Farscape.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Right up there with the guy from Babylon 5 who I can't pronounce his surname, so I don't even try.
It begins with an S, doesn't it?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
It's Michael J.
No.
something
Yeah.
with an S.
Yeah.
Michael
I'll
J.
give you that.
Fox.
No,
No,
wasn't him.
not quite.
I always quite enjoyed Battlestar Galactica, the newer version.
Oh, no, I didn't like
No,
that.
you didn't like that one?
I did until the last series, and it was rubbish.
Yeah.
It was just the stupidest ending. I watched all that for that ending. I was just fuming.
It was the initial few were really good, like where they're being chased and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they keep getting catched. I was like, oh, that's quite cool.
Do you know, it's never one I got into.
No,
Never one I got into.
I'm surprised because it's basically all about sex. And
What are you saying about me?
That you're all about sex?
Like I'm some sort of lurking worm.
A lurking one wouldn't be about sex, would it?
Depends what worm.
Yeah.
Literally just got past the hellos.
So,
But there is some
been-
niche sci-fi that's really good, by the way.
So what?
Lex is very good. If you've never seen Lex, recommend that to anybody.
No, I've never seen that.
Best sci-fi series ever.
That's a bold statement.
100%. I stand by it. Lex is the best.
Okay.
Sorry, mate, you were saying.
I don't know that one is either, to be honest. I do enjoy
I could go
sci-fi,
on to
but
it for hours
not that much.
on that one.
So, I've
Hobby?
been doing a bit of hobby. Yeah.
What have you been looking at on the internet this week, Matt?
Nothing on the internet. Just been making some hellsmiths
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
off a shoot. And
Well done.
actually planning to do some more intricate baiting rather than just using the standard GW technicals
sounds
and
good.
stuff. So I'm trying
Yeah.
a bit of lava basing with them as a plan.
Nice.
So hopefully it'll work out okay. So far I've made one of the Dominator engines, is it? The bull thing.
Yep.
Made that. This little short came up on YouTube the other day for me about moaning about the pose of it and stuff and how you couldn't turn it to face the right way.
Right.
They said, you need to cut off all these bits and then cut off the hanging chains so that you can pose the arms properly so it's shooting down the barrel. You literally just turn the arm in and turn the head to the right and he's looking down the barrel. And I was like, do you just not know how a ball and socket joint works? But there we go.
Did you go for the guns then?
Well, I've got two, so I'm going to have one of each.
Of course.
Obviously.
Hold on. That's breaking the Matt Clark rule.
No, it's not, because they have different loadouts.
Okay.
So they're
fair,
different
fair.
scrolls, but it's fine.
I think obviously we'll talk about it more when we get around to doing the book on them, but I really like the idea of taking the punchy one with the thing to make him someone's bodyguard.
Yeah.
I like that
Yep.
a lot.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of cool little combos in that book, it looks like.
Yes, there
So-
are.
and
Yeah. That's going to be a
the
good one to
actual-
review, I think.
There's so much
making of
DP
the
in it.
models. Yes. The making of the models is... They're nice to make as well. Like, they're actually they're relatively simple. A couple of,
Nice.
like three or four bits per, like, little infantry guy and that sort of stuff. So it's been quite impressive. I look nice and quick, which is kind of nice.
Yes.
So what about Rich? You been doing much
I've
apart
built.
from stalking ladies?
I will neither confirm or deny that statement, but I have. I've built some Skull Reapers, which were fun. Actually, I commented to Paul about how much of a nice build they were, considering a lot of the stuff I've been doing lately. They were so straightforward. I was like, I really enjoyed them.
That's good.
I've done. I don't think I've done any painting. I've done some building. And I got to play a game with the ever vivacious Mr. Buckler.
We did. We had a little game last night, didn't we?
We did. And that was an interesting one. That was because I was using Khorne versus an army that's relevant, unsurprisingly, to this episode, Feck.
Yeah. And what do we learn from the game, Rich?
Don't deploy like an idiot.
Correct.
You don't want to string your buffs out randomly when they make no sense. Put them all in the same place where they make sense. So when we were playing, I put my 6 Skull Crushers in the middle, and I put my Lord with some Blood Warriors over to the right, and I put my big blob of 10 Skull Reapers with Wrathmongers and Skaven Shooting Regiment behind them. And I spent most of the battle walking Skull Reapers forward.
Right.
And everything else just...
everything on the opposite flank.
Yeah.
And I just got kind of... And it just meant that I just couldn't get in time to do enough damage, basically. But it was a good game, and I was really impressed with how well...
It was pretty close in the end, wasn't it? It was like, what, 10 points in it, if that?
Roughly, yeah, 10 points. But then again, if I'd been there quicker, it would have been...
It would have been really close.
It was good fun, though. I really did enjoy Khorne, actually. I didn't think I'd enjoy them, but I think because there's that technical element of, well, I need to make sure this bubble's in the right place and that bubble's in the right place, that I really did enjoy them.
There was a change to them, wasn't there, as well? Did you play the change?
The tech tree, now you can do it each player's turn, which is a big change. You get up there much quicker.
Yeah, that's true. But it didn't really... I didn't find it did that much. It might just be because I was like, things weren't dying.
I set you up there, Rich, and you never took the bait.
Why?
I said you get up there much quicker, and then nothing. Nothing.
I mean, I don't do anything quickly, but... Oh, I see what you mean now, Paul. Oh, now I get you. Like a rat up a drain pipe. I get it.
So, Paul, apart from playing Rich at a game, any other hobby you've been up to?
Yeah, I painted a couple of Feck bits because I need them for achievements in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
A couple of what, sorry? What was that you painted, Paul?
Feck.
Oh, for some reason I don't know what I thought you said, but I was like, I don't even know what that is.
Did you think he said sex bits?
No, I thought he said sectors, like the Thousand Sun robot things.
Oh, I think they're called sectar, aren't they?
40k.
No. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, he ain't done that.
No. 40k, no.
He could be a closet 40k player for all we know.
No.
No. I don't think Paul would be.
No. Apart from that, no. I might have done a bit more War Master bits, but nothing else AOS wise.
I had to look at your dwarfs last night. They looked really good.
Yeah, it's amazing what they get into the detail on a small scale, isn't it?
I need to get mine. I'll probably do it next month now, but I need to, because I've seen like getting the Beasts army, and I'm kind of into them for rank and flank, so that could be a lot of fun.
So, as we've kind of alluded to, we are going to go over the Flesh Eater Courts Battletome today in this episode. So, as previous times, Paul and I are going to go through it, and Rich is going to be the willing person listening to us rattle on about stuff and then giving us his very informed feedback.
And absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I'm too cheap to buy books.
You can be too cheap to buy books, that's fine, don't worry. As long as you keep buying other stuff.
Oh, mate. Always. I can't. Yeah. Unfortunately, if I could show you this massive pile of unused stuff over the medium of voice.
Oh, no, I just spent condoms, so you're protecting yourself from STDs.
Oh, BA, we all know I don't rap. Literally, anybody who knows me knows I don't. It's fine. Not that that's responsible behaviour, so any children listening, first of all, why are you listening? Second of all, why is the children paying attention to this? And thirdly, don't listen to my information.
I really don't think we're the people to be giving out this kind of advice.
Sexual health advice.
I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, if this doesn't work out, let's go. How many STDs? A spin-off from how many ones?
No, we're not going to do that. We're definitely doing that. So, let's go through the battle trait first. Before Rich starts talking about the best STD.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not give him the opportunity.
Flesh Courts have changed quite a lot from their index version and their previous Battletome, which is quite nice. They're a bit more simplified, I feel. Paul, would you agree?
A lot less tracking of things.
Yeah. So, and it's very more thematic now as well, which is really cool.
Yes.
So, the battle trait the main one is, it's called a Kingdom Deluded. And essentially, at the start of the game, you pick one delusion, and that affects your whole army. And then every turn, you roll a dice, and you either have to change the delusion, you have to keep the same delusion, or you can choose to change your delusion, depending on what you roll.
Yep.
Being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are a couple of generic delusions you get in your faction rules. One is called a Splendid Pageant, which lets you, but all of them generally are wholly in 12 of a hero. You have to be still to gain the delusion. And this one lets you count run rolls of 1 to 3 as a 4. And also, if your Flesh Eater Court infantry heroes are within combat range of a unit of 5 or more infantry models, they're not visible to enemy units if they're more than 6 away. So you kind of hide your heroes.
Yeah.
Okay? And the other one they get is a Glorious Banquet, which is a much simpler one. If you're wholly in 12 of a hero, you get to add +1 to hit rolls for melee attacks when you charge in the same turn. So if you charge, you get +1 to hit, provided you're wholly in 12 of a hero.
Yeah.
Nice and simple. They also get their Royal Blood ability, so your Abhorrents will be healing D3 each of your hero phases. You can use a command point in your movement phase, and that will let you return a unit that's been destroyed, like they used to be able to. And there'll be 9 from enemy, wholly in 6 of the edge, and you get half the unit back like normal.
Yeah.
And as per normal rules, you can't obviously bring a unit back again and again and again. It's just once per game, each per unit. You can use your nobles in your army, which is your non-abhorrent units.
Yeah, so these used to be courtiers in the old one, weren't they?
Not to be confused with the spoiler alert that the Vargov courtier is still called a Vargov courtier, but is no longer a courtier or a noble, which is just kind of confusing.
Yeah.
He's now just a beast. But the nobles can muster guard, but lets you return models to your units. So you can do with any number of nobles in your movement phase. And then they can either return 3 slain models to serfs, 1 slain model to knights, and these units have to be wholly in 12 of it.
Can you target the same unit?
No. So you can just do it once per unit.
Yeah.
Essentially per movement phase.
It specifically says the same unit cannot have models returned to it by this ability more than once per turn.
Yeah. So it'd be a bit too good, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Like 3 nobles behind, and suddenly you return.
That's what you used to do, wasn't it? Yeah. Or just 3 flayers or 3 crypt horrors.
Yeah. But there are other ways you can bring stuff back still, but the army rules wise is just 1 or 3, depending if they're serf or knights.
Yeah.
Their last ability is Feeding Frenzy, a once per battle ability. That's any combat phase. You pick a hero in combat. For the rest of the turn, you get +1 attacks and melee weapons, including companions, for friendly Flesh Eater Court units while they're wholly in 12 of the target.
Yeah.
So generally everything is wholly in 12, which is quite nice for the ability. So it's nice to remember.
Yeah.
And that's their battle traits. So
I think they're really cool. Really,
just
really
illusions,
clever.
isn't it? Really,
they fit the idea of the army, don't they?
Yeah, like a horde army that comes back and just it's like a never-ending wave.
And they've done away with the those points they used to have to get.
Yeah,
that's
are just gone.
Yeah, no tracking those anymore, which is
good because they were weird.
Yeah. The only thing you've got to basically track is your delusion. So one thing,
Fair.
which is quite nice.
And I reckon you could probably get some like handy tokens made by some wonderful people for that.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure Matt will do some nice ones soon. I think he's back from holiday now, so hopefully he'll start
Yes,
churning
yeah.
them out soon.
So if you get a chance, guys, maybe check out Pro Painteds and you might get yourself some nice tokens.
That's Pro Painted Studios, isn't it? It's called.
Yes, Pro Painted
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah. Paul, do you want to take us through the battle formations?
Battle formations, yeah, we'll
the
do.
Book?
So there are 4 battle formations as per standard. The first one is the Knightly Echelon, and this adds 1 to the rend characteristic of melee weapons used by knights that charged in the same turn, while they're again Holy 12 of any Flesh Eater Court heroes. So the Holy 12 thing comes in again. So +1 rend when you charge. Pretty darn good.
Pretty good.
So Knights isn't just the Morbeg Knights, that's also Crypt Horrors and Crypt Flayers. So they have a Knight keyword as well. Lords of the Manor, each time an ability returns at least one slain model to a friendly unit. After that ability has been resolved, if the unit surfs, you can add another dude in. There's Knights on a 4-up, you can return 1. So if you do your Muster Guard with your Flayer boss onto the Crypt Flayers, you bring a Crypt Flayer back. On a 4-up, you get 2 back. Or you hit your Ghouls, you bring 3 back, you get 4 back. This has had a bit of a tweak in the just a little bit of a wording change in the FAQ. I think it's each time another ability returns at least 1 slain model, because I think there was a weird infinite loop you could do where, because this ability returned a model, this ability kicked in again and returned a model, and it kicked in again. So basically it just does it once. It's been fixed.
As it probably is meant to be, isn't it?
I think as everybody barring that person was playing.
Yeah.
Then you've got
it was you, Rich, wasn't it? It was you. You ruined it for everyone else.
That does sound like something I do, to be fair.
Like Snapping Hounds, once per turn, army end of any turn. Pick a friendly Surf unit in combat to be the target, and for each target, make a pile-in move. Then pick an enemy unit in combat and roll a d3. On a 2-up, inflict that amount of mortal damage to the enemy unit equal to the roll. So an extra d3 moves, but more importantly, a pile-in move, which could be good. And also, it's all Surf units, so you can hit people multiple times with a d3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
So if you're in combat with 3 units of Ghouls, you could take 3d3 mortal wounds, potentially. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know.
If the Ghouls aren't dead.
Yeah. That's kind of the big thing, isn't it?
Spoiler.
And then the last one, Indulge, my pretties. While a friendly non-hero Flesh Eater Court monster or beast is wholly within 12 of any Flesh Eater Court heroes, it can use the Rampage ability on its War Scroll, even if that ability has been used by another monster. And if the non-hero unit charged in the same turn and the rolls are 9-up, it has Strikes First. So all your big unridden Gribblies can double up on Rampages and have Strike First on a 9-inch charge. I think if you're running Monster Mash, that's the one.
Well, is it double up, or can you do if you were running, say, I don't know, 4 Terrorgeist, can you get this, and they have the same Rampage? They can all do the same one.
Yeah, so if you had a ridden and 3 unridden, they can all do the same one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
quite good.
Not bad.
Traits or artifacts you're going to do, Matt?
I'll do traits. You do artifacts, and I'll do we are going to do the Scourge of Gyran monster traits because they kind of add to the army a bit more.
Yeah. Normally don't do Scourge Gyran stuff as well, but because it's so kind of key to the monster element, we're going to do it.
Yeah, and also for me, when it adds on an extra thing you get to do, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
When it's just, I get to choose another heroic trait or another artifact, then it's a bit like, well, you only get one anyway. So enjoy. So heroic traits, they're all actually quite good, I think, to be honest. The first one is Stronger in Madness. So each phase you ignore the first damage point allocated to the unit each phase. So each phase you ignore the first damage point. In addition, other than companion weapon abilities, they have no effect against him.
Yeah,
so you ignore crit mortal, ignore auto wound, ignore anti-monster, rend, ignore all of those weapon abilities.
That's really good.
So it's pretty good. Next one is I'll read it out this one because it's a little bit wordy. This is Savage Beyond Reason. You add 1 to the attacks characteristic of this unit's melee weapons, including companion weapons, if it did not use a fight ability in the previous turn. Add 2 to the attacks characteristic of those weapons instead, if the unit has not used a fight ability this battle. So essentially, at the start of the game, you get +2 attacks on all of your attacks.
Really good.
Yeah.
+3 attacks if you use that once per battle trait as well, isn't it? So you could really go in and, and
so
ramp up the number of
turn 1, you could Alpha Strike charge in with +3 attacks. On like a guy on Terrorgeist or Lord on Zombie Dragon, whatever you want to do.
My only thing with that one is that means that like Great Combat turn, first combat, then you have to wait a turn before your next one to get any benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably killed everything where you are, so you need a turn to get there.
Yeah.
I'd probably say. And if you think of the counter to that is they have to attack you. They stop you getting attacked, so they're fighting you. So the counter as the opponent is to actually fight that thing. So you can't get any bonus attacks. If you let him run around the board like free, he is getting more attacks. And then the last one is Cruel Taskmaster. It's a your charge phase ability. You pick a non-hero unit wholly in 12, and they can reroll their charge.
Yep, really good.
See, I like that. That's just straightforward.
Just saves your CP, nice and easy.
Yeah, it's not a once per game. It's every charge phase. One of your charge
phase. Yeah, unless that's different, unless they change that. But that seems
none of that's changed.
No. So, do you want to do the artifacts, Paul?
Yes. So we've got the first thing is the Splintered Femur. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target on a D3 on a 2-up. Inflict that amount of mortal damage. -1 from their power level to a minimum of 0 until the next turn. If the target is a manifestation, it's banished and removed from play.
Is that next turn or your next turn? It runs until
the start of your next turn. So it's still the start of the Flesh Eater Corpse player's next turn. -1 power level. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then we've got the Charnel Vestments. If this unit is not a priest, it has Priest 1. If it is a priest, add 1 to chanting rolls. If this unit is a wizard, it cannot use spell abilities and prayer abilities in the same phase. So basically, get yourself a priest on a fighty guy if you want to, or +1 to chant on your normal priest. It's pretty good.
Quite useful.
And then Grizzly Pendant. If this unit charged this turn, pick an enemy unit in combat to be the target. Roll a dice. If it's greater than the control characteristic or a 6, you get the following. -1 to hit from the target's combat attacks, and +1 to hit for combat attacks made by friendly units against the target.
Fair.
Pretty good. Roll over the control. They're -1 to hit. You get +1 to hit them.
Yeah, so
that's quite
pretty decent.
Yeah, that's quite easy to do with like weak stuff, isn't it?
So
any like control 1 stuff. It's on a 2-up, isn't it?
Yeah. Some of these have points, haven't they? I think added to them.
Yes, they do.
Think
Let me have a look.
Charnel Vestments have,
I've got
and
the points.
The Grizzly Pennant have as well, I believe.
We have got. Well, I think actually that came with 20 points to begin with. So that's the only one that costs points. Cruel Taskmaster costs 0 now. Started out at 20 and is now down to 0. According to the latest battle profiles.
Okay. So Vestments are 10? Is that right?
Not on here. Artifacts of Power. Charnel Vestments are 20.
Okay.
And Cruel Taskmaster is 0.
The Grizzly Pennant?
0 on the August battle profiles.
Yeah. I'm sure when I did my list earlier, it charged me for it. Yeah, it charged me 10 points on my app for it.
That's interesting. So that's... okay, let me see, because this might not be the updated one.
Maybe that's... Because they did one...
Let me have a look. Let's just look at the main battle profiles. That was the Flesh Eater Court battle profiles. So
right.
They've not updated the... we're undead right at the end, aren't they? Soulbreaker. Right, here we go. Yes, so stuff's changed. You're right. So Grizzly Pennant is 10, yeah. Charnel Throne is 10.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 changes. Charnel Vestments are still 20.
Yeah. Okay. So they cost a little bit now.
Yeah. Not a lot, though.
Not a lot, no. So the Scourge of Gyran bonus one they get is monstrous traits, which is why it's quite important. Because you're probably, there's a good chance you might want to take a Terrorgeist or a Zombie Dragon or just an army of monsters. In which case, these are useful ones to have. So the first one is horribly resilient. End of any turn, you heal D3.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a hero, you heal 2d3.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Next one is Revered Monstrosity. Add 1 to the hit rolls for combat attacks made with companion weapons by other friendly, non-unique Flesh Eater Court monsters, while they are wholly in 12 of this unit.
That's really good.
So that does affect heroes.
Yeah.
Just not Ushran.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Savage Abomination. Add 1 to attacks characteristic of this unit's companion and melee weapons.
Plus 4 attacks. Then,
plus 4 attacks now,
yep.
Suddenly, on turn 1. And that's before we get to anything else. So they're not bad, I don't think. I think you can really mix and match your heroes a bit with the other artifacts and the traits, and
100% agree.
Quite good stuff. What are you thinking so far, Rich?
I'm thinking I've really liked the Knightly Order, Knightly Echelon, for battle formation.
+1 rend. Yeah.
Yeah. And if I was to pick, because I'll do as I always do, write a little list alongside. I think if I was to pick, I'd pick Cruel Taskmaster as the heroic trait, and Grisly Pennant as the artifact. I like the monstrous traits. I like the 2d3 healing one, to be fair. That's quite fun.
Yeah, so that would be on non-hero, and not an unmounted one, but it's still pretty decent. It means it heals the same amount as if the item was on the hero, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're good. I like it. There's nothing bad so far. Some of it's a bit wordy and a bit situational, but it's not bad.
Yeah. So, Paul, do you want to do the spells and I'll do prayers?
I will do spells if you do prayers, yeah. So, let's start off with the Law of Madness, Deranged Transformation. So, this is the unlimited spell for the law.
I know this one.
A friendly wizard to cast a spell, Fellowship Court's wizard to cast a spell, pick a visible Fellowship Court's infantry or cavalry unit wholly within 12 of them to the target. It's cast on a 6, add 2 to the move, and add 1 to wound rolls for the combat attacks until the start of your next turn. So stuff gets quicker and it starts fighting better. Pretty good.
I'm sure by accident I've definitely cast that on a monster before. Just reading it quickly, when you scan read it and you're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah. And then Charnel Feast is cast on a 6. Pick a friendly Flesh Eater Court's wizard to cast a spell, visible enemy within 18. You can then pick a friendly Circe unit within 6 of the target to be the raised ranks. Inflict D3 mortal damage on the target, and for each damage point allocated to the target by the ability, you can return 1 slain model to the raised ranks. So pick something in combat with your ghouls or your crypt guard, do a couple of mortal wounds and get a couple of models back.
Yeah. Or even on its own, it's just a good poke, isn't it?
It's just D3 mortal wounds as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Good range.
Yeah, it's basically old Arcane Bolt, isn't it? Redone with a little bit of a buff. And then Miasma of Madness, pick a wizard to cast it, visible enemy within 18, cast on a 7. Until the start of your next turn, for each unmodified hit roll of a 1 for the combat attacks made by the target, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target after the fight ability has been resolved. So pick something with 1,000,000 attacks and they roll a lot of 1s and do a lot of damage to themselves.
Yeah.
I was playing Ricky the other night and he had the Night Haunts. Is it the Blade guys who have like 3 or 4 attacks or something?
Yeah, quite a lot, don't they?
And he was rolling a lot of dice and I cast that and he killed like 4 or 5 of his own guys, so it was pretty good.
That's not bad.
Damn.
Pretty good spells, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the D3 one's annoying. Good. It's a bad D3 as usual, but yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's not a bad D3.
No, it's just D3.
Straight D3. It's a good.
Oh, it's straight D3. I thought it was the 2-up D3 one.
No. It's a good D3.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, I like that.
So prayer law, their rites of delusion, they're called. First one is excommunication, which is their unlimited one. So you're going to pick one of your priests to cast this and pick a visible enemy unit within 18 to be a target. Until the start of your next turn, you ignore positive modifiers to save rolls for the target.
Cool.
And in addition, if the Triton roll was a 10+, ward rolls can't be made for the target until the start of your next turn. So on a 10, they can't get all out defense or get any buffs, and they can't use wards.
That'd be really good against something like Nurgle, where the sheer weight of a dice then would do damage.
Yeah. Then they've also got Sharnal Conviction. So you pick a visible friendly flesh court units, wholly in 12 of them to be the target. At the start of your next turn, they have a ward of 5+. And then if the chart roll was 10+, you can pick 2 units. So the army has basically a 5-up ward, I think. No, I basically has a 6-up ward. Sorry.
Yeah.
The whole army has
5-up would be amazing.
Yeah. I think Shrine has a 5-up, but everyone else has 6-up. So you're basically giving your other units a better ward for a turn, which is
pretty good.
Nice. And the last one, which I think is my favourite one, is the Summer King's Favour, and that is chanted on a 5. So you're going to pick a priest and then pick a hero, wholly in 12 of them to be a target. You cannot pick Nagash, to be clear. So, essentially, if you get it on a 5 to 9, you get +1 damage to your melee weapons the rest of the turn. On a 10, you can choose to either give them +1 damage or for them to have fight twice, with strike last for the last one.
Yep.
So, not bad.
I like that.
I mean, it does work on Usharan.
Yes.
Which is quite nice.
I mean, even if you take I'm assuming, obviously we haven't looked at it yet, but I'm assuming ghouls are still going to be 1 damage. If you're taking a block of, they still come in 20s or are they in 20s?
20s.
Summer King's Favour is only on heroes. Flesher Court's hero, wholly in 12.
Oh, chuck on a Terrorgeist then. Done. Give them the guy on a Terrorgeist, give it, however many extra attacks we've already talked about, and then do the damage on them as well.
Or the fight twice. With all the fight attacks.
Would the damage work on the mount, or because it's companion? Does that then stop it?
No, it wouldn't.
This companion would stop it, wouldn't it? It doesn't say.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
So you're only actually buffing the character on top.
Yes. The fight twice is the thing.
The fight twice.
Yeah,
does
you do
work
fight twice on that.
Guys. You're going to need to fight twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make your little hero damage 3.
3,
I think.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good.
Oh, it's really good on the Crypt Haunter Courtier because he's damage 3 base anyway. He becomes damage 4. Ren 2 damage 4 he would be.
Yeah.
And is that on what attacks? Is that just melee attacks?
Yeah. Not the screams.
Oh, I was going to say, because that'd be really good if it was everything.
Filth, that would be rich, wouldn't it?
Yep, like filth encrusted claws or talons that horrors used to have.
So manifestations. Are we going to do the scroll and the thing at the same time? Matt?
Yeah, let's do them all at the same time.
Just to
make it
easier. Yeah.
You
read out the cast, and I'll find the scroll if you want.
So first one is the barricade. So cadaverous barricade. You want to summon it. You get to set it up wholly of any team in the cast that are invisible to them. So quite a long range on that one. It's a stationary one, I'm pretty sure, so there's no movement on it, is there?
It is a stationary one indeed.
So you can set it up in combat if you wanted to. Pretty sure that's right, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Unless it says a restriction in the... No, it doesn't say anything in... It normally says in the effect if it's got to be set up away from enemies.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. No.
So what it does, it's a 10 health, 5 up save manifestation, banished on an 8+, which is quite a little bit higher than most of them, isn't it? Because they're mostly 7s.
Yeah.
What it does is enemy units cannot use run or retreat abilities while they're within this manifestation's combat range. In addition, if an enemy unit is picked to use the move ability while it is within this manifestation's combat range, halve that unit's move characteristic for the rest of the turn. So basically, anything in combat range is going to be half move, can't run, or retreat.
Nice.
What it's really good for, I think, is on the magical intervention doing it. Because obviously, if you cast it in your turn in combat range, they've got a chance to pile in and fight it and get rid of it.
Yeah.
But if you do it on the intervention, you can just drop it somewhere in the middle of all of their army. It's all half move. It all can't run.
Slows them right down.
Yeah. And it's actually quite tanky on 10 health, 5 up, 6 up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Then we've got the Corpse Mare Stampede. This one is set up wholly in 12 of the caster, visible to them, and more than 9 from all enemy units.
It's a movie one.
And that's cast on a 6. They're all cast on a 6, these 3.
So it is 12-inch move, 5 up save, 10 health, 6 up ward. So again, quite survivable. Banishment value of 7 for this one. It's got 6 attacks, 5s to hit, 3s to wound, 1 rend, 1 damage, crit 2 hits. So probably equivalent of hitting on 4s really with the crit 2 hits. This manifestation can use this ability even if it's in combat. Pick a point on the battlefield edge to be the target, and then make a stampede roll of 2d6. Add 1d6 to the roll for each battle round that this manifestation has been on the battlefield and not been banished. For example, the stampede roll would be 2d6 on the turn it's summoned, 3d6 on your next turn, and so on. Effect. This manifestation can move a distance up to the value of the stampede roll in a straight line. Can move through combat ranges and enemy units. Can't end the move in combat unless it ends that move within half an inch of a visible enemy unit. That doesn't quite make sense to me because that's how you got to end it within half an inch. Okay. So you can't end like 3 inches away and just tag things. You have to end within half an inch.
Close.
If it does so, this manifestation has charged. Roll d3. For each enemy unit this manifestation passes across on a dirty d3, do that much mortal wounds. In addition, if it's charged this turn, add the value of the stampede roll to the attacks characteristic of this trample for the rest of the turn. So you're adding 2d6 attacks, 3d6 attacks, 4d6 attacks, etc.
So it's almost worth like bringing it out early, avoiding
build
combat.
Up those D6. Yeah, and then get in when you need to. I think it can also charge when it's in combat because it just says roll those dice and move it. It doesn't say if you're not in combat.
Yeah. So you could like single out a hero that you can get to, use those, I don't know, let's say 4d6. You get to it, you've got loads of attacks, you can hopefully kill it and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a big base for blocking things off, so I think it's good for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one's
Chalice of Ushran. So you're going to set it up wholly within 12 of the caster and visible to them.
Okay, so it's a stationary one, so you can put what you like.
Within 12.
Yeah.
Or wholly within 12.
So what does it do? It's a 6 up save, 6 health, and 7 banishment, so less survivable than the other two. Pick an enemy unit within 6 of the manifestation to be the target. Roll a dice. On a 3 up, your opponent must pick one of the following to apply for the rest of the turn. Other than the companion weapon abilities for attacks made by the target have no effect. So it turns off your crit mortals, turns off whatever you've got on your weapons. Or combat attacks that target the enemy unit do crits on a 5 up instead of a 6 up. That's quite good because a lot of units do crit auto wound on 6s.
Or crit mortals on Terror Guys.
Yes.
It's not. It used to be really like in the last one. I remember it being
amazing,
great. Yeah, it's a bit.
It used to bring back a lot of models before. Now, but it also was a pain because you had to keep tracking what had died near it, and that was
I think it's still as good. What range was it, Paul? 12?
6, I think.
6. So you've got like an 18-inch
of reach from the caster. Yeah. Plus the base size, so a little bit more.
I think they're all okay. I generally have found that all of the manifestations for the factions, they're all kind of okay. None of them are like utterly amazing.
Yeah.
No, really. They're all just, that could be good. It could be good. Nothing's like, I'm always going to do that one. Which is probably better, because otherwise...
And they're also, none of those cost points, do they?
Yeah, no, they're all free.
Yeah.
So, let's do the scrolls.
Who are we starting with? You can start with Big Nagash first.
I'll do Nagash, then you can do Ushran.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to hear about Big Daddy Oosh.
So, we're going to do the Gash first. He is move 10, health 18, 3 up save, control 10. He has his Staff of Power, Alakanash, I think it's said. I'm not going to say the sword, I'm going to definitely get that wrong.
No.
4 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, Rend 2, damage D6. Yeah, swingy. And then the sword, Zeph Neptar. Sounds like a COVID variant. 4 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, Rend 2, damage 3. So not too bad combat-wise.
So did I tell you the weird thing about Nagash? He wounds on 3s, and he's a big monster, and every other big monster wounds on 2s. I don't quite get that one.
No, it's because he's a wizard.
Okay.
I mean, technically, this doesn't make any sense, but technically in the lore, Teclis beat him, didn't he? And burned up all his books and that sort of stuff. That was in the old books.
I don't know.
So I'm like, maybe that's why. He's too busy writing his books. He hasn't got time to wound people again.
To get to the gym and pump iron and get to the...
Too busy rewriting those books.
Okay.
So his battle damage is, if he has 10 or more damage points, he loses 3 from his power level. His power level is 9.
Yeah. Oh, wow. He's only power level 6.
Yeah. So he ignores delusion abilities. So delusions have no effect on him because he is Nagash. He can't be deluded.
No.
He gets add 2 to his casting rolls while he has not miscast this turn. If he does miscast, you ignore the restriction that you can't cast any more spells.
Still takes the damage though, doesn't he?
Yeah, it doesn't say you ignore this. You ignore the restriction, not that you can't cast, not that you ignore the damage. So he will take damage. He has his rampage is Hand of Dust, which is exactly the same as it's been since AOS 1.
Yeah.
You hide a dice somewhere in your hands, preferably.
Not in your pants, right?
And then,
wow.
If your opponent picks the empty hand, the target is just destroyed.
I mean, based on the caveat Paul said there, I don't think I want to do it anyway.
No.
I'm not taking him. Done. How many points is he?
It's like 900 or something, isn't he? Something weird like that.
Jeez.
He's still got a couple more abilities, don't worry.
Yeah. Including his Supreme Lord of the Undead, which is kind of what he is, isn't he?
Which we'll talk about in a minute. I'll keep going, Paul, and when you've got it, we can say it at the end.
Yeah, I've got the points. Yeah.
Cool. So his spell he has is Invocation of the Gash. It's cast on a 7. So on a 5, really, for him. And he can cast this spell more than once per phase. You pick a visible unit wholly in 18 of him that has not been picked to target the spell already. If it's an enemy unit, they suffer D3 mortal damage. If it's a friendly death unit, you can return a number of slain models to the target unit with a combined health characteristic of up to 3, or the target has a 5+ ward to start your next turn. So you could give out 5 ward for the whole army if you wanted to.
Yeah, which is pretty good, isn't it?
And then his other amazing ability, which kind of helps his points a bit, is once a battle your hero phase. This is the Supreme Lord of the Undead. You pick a friendly non-hero, non-unique death unit that's been destroyed, and you set up a replacement unit identical to the target wholly in 12 of Nagash, more than 9 from enemy units. So you get the reinforced unit back.
So I remember all the shenanigans in the last edition. Can that unit then come back again?
No.
No,
Okay,
only once.
Cool rules stop you.
Yeah.
Good, because I knew that was the thing last time where people were going like, oh, yeah, we'll do this, and then just bring it back at half strength. And
No, it's just once.
Yeah.
Every unit is just once per combat,
Battle.
once per game,
Yeah.
once a battle.
it's not bad.
But whatever, like 6 Morbegs, 6 Flayers that they took forever to kill.
It's one of those, yeah. It's not as good in Feck as it is in some of the other.
No, he is. In the other ones, a bit better. When we do Night Haunt, we'll see. Or even in you can bring about 10 Blood Knights is obviously very good.
Yes. The Feck haven't really got that massive Uber Death Star unit that somehow.
But it does mean you could bring back that and then use a command point with your Abhorrent and
you could bring
back
2 back.
Another unit. So you could get double your fun.
Yeah. And this one is also not board edge rather than board edge for the others.
It's near Nagash.
Yeah. I think it's pretty decent, especially as Flesh Eaters have got 3 good spells in their lore that you're probably going to want to cast. You're probably going to want to bring some manifestations, and then you're going to want to cast his spell a few times. You are going to use your 9 casts.
Yeah, definitely. How many points was he, Paul?
He is 830 points, I believe.
So definitely God level points.
Yes.
That's not bad, though.
It's not bad. No, I agree. Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
Big old oosh, then.
Yeah.
The Mortarch of Delusion. So he has got 16 health and a 4-up save, a 5-up ward. He moves 10 inches and has 5 control. Did you say Nagash had control 10 or not?
Yeah, I did. I did forget to say he has ward 5 up, but I assume people will realise that.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So Ushran has the Scepter of the Carrion King. 4 attacks, 3s and 2s, Ren 2, D3 plus 3 damage.
Oh.
And then 8 talons, 3s and 3s, Rend 1 damage 2.
I like him in combat.
Yeah, the D3 plus 3 is really good if you get all your attacks through. How many attacks can he get extra? He can get 1 from Feeding Frenzy, can't he?
Yeah.
Anything else? The Prayer would give him 1. So he could get 6 attacks with that.
It's pretty good.
And you could add 1 to the damage as well from the thing. So you could be D3 plus 4 damage and damage 3
on the Prayer is damage, not plus 1 attack, isn't it?
Yeah, so. Prayer is damage and not plus 1 attack. I think there could be a delusion somewhere
that would give him plus 1 attack.
Give him stuff, I think.
But he could fight twice with a Prayer. That would be really good.
Yeah.
So battle damage, when he's got 10 or more, his talons go down to 4, not 8. So halves the number of talons. That's quite a big debuff.
Yeah, but it's a set that does all the work for you, really.
Yeah. His delusion is the One True King. Add 1 to run rolls for Flesh Eater Courts units. -1 to run rolls for enemy units. And the weapons used by friendly serf units have anti-charge, +1 rend, while they're wholly within friendly territory and did not charge this turn. So that only really works on ghouls because Crypt Guard have already got that.
It is +1 run and charge. And -1 run and charge.
Run charge,
so
sorry.
I
missed the charge.
Which is good. It does kind of mean that your opponent is -1 to charge against you.
Less likely to charge you, yeah.
It would work with the Beast unit, wouldn't it? Beast. Because they'll be serfs, won't they?
Oh, yeah, Beast
Warcry one.
Slayer. Yeah, the Beast Slayer ones.
Yeah.
It would work with them, yeah.
They'd get it.
Yeah. I think this is his probably biggest ability, the Epicenter of Delusion. When you make a delusion roll, you can add 1 or subtract 1 from the roll, which basically means if you don't roll a 1 for your delusion, you can choose whatever you like every turn.
Yep.
Because if you roll a 2, that means you have to change it, but you can make it a 3, so you don't have to change it. If you roll a 4, you can make it a 5, which means you get to choose to change it, or you can stay where you are and have to stay with the same thing. So you can move up and down, apart from if you roll a 1, where you are stuck having to change your delusion.
Yeah.
He has a spell, which is Glimpse of Delusion. Got a theme here. Pick a visible enemy model within 18, and then pick an enemy unit that is visible to the target and within the target's combat range, and make a casting roll. You need a 7. You can only pick the target's unit to be the victim if that unit has 2 or more models. So you can't do like singular combat. You can't pick 2 Mega Gargants or something. and then pick one of the target's melee weapons, and then they have to fight it. So you can make something fight another thing. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Don't put your units within combat range of each other if Usharan's around. And then finally, once per turn army, any combat phase, pick up to 3 enemy units in combat with this unit to be the target. You beat the control characteristic, they have strikes last. So charging with a load of control 1 stuff, they're all probably going to fight last.
Yeah. I think that's probably his best ability. Because you can be a bit more up with him with that.
You can
but sit around stuff a bit more.
I like the delusions, picking the delusions. I think that's really quite good.
Yeah. But the strike last means people just don't want to charge you.
No, they don't. Not with anything that's got a low control value.
Yeah. And even if they've got a high one, there's a good chance.
There's still a chance. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Still a possibility.
I like it. Good.
I like that ability.
Yeah.
He's a good one. And how many points was he?
Usharan is 450 points.
Not bad.
Yeah. Pretty
Not bad
good.
at all.
So next we've got the Abhorrent Ghoul King on Royal Terrorgeist.
Yep.
So he is everything from now on has a 6-up ward, so that everyone really knows. We probably won't say it now, but we might do if we forget. Terrorgeist is move 12, health 16, control 5, 4+ save. He has a range weapon still, which is okay now. It's range 10, 1 attack, 4s to hit, 2s to wound, rend 2, damage d6. And it is shooting combat and it is companion. Then melee weapon wise, the king has Gory Talons and Fangs, which are 5 attacks, 3s, rend 1, damage 2. And then we get onto the meat and potatoes, or the brains and lungs, whatever you're looking at. The Terrorgeist Fanged Maw is 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 2s to wound, rend 2, damage d3 +3, crit mortal, companion. And the claws are 6 attacks, 4s to hit, 2s to wound, rend 1, damage 2, crit mortal, companion. So they gain crit mortal on the talons now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much all crit mortals, which is pretty good. If it has 10 or more damage, then you're reducing the talons down to 4 from 6. It has a rampage.
Isn't that bad, really, to be fair?
Nope.
No.
It has a rampage, which is any combat phase, once per turn army. You roll a dice. On a 3-up, add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made with this unit's companion melee weapon the rest of the turn. So your crit mortal stuff is now hitting on 3s. Which is pretty good.
What was that thing before that let them all use their rampages?
So that's on the next one we're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So only one of them can use this one. Once per turn army.
Oh, I see. Because they're a hero one. Got it.
Hero one. Hero one can't do it. Its delusion, though, does affect it. While you believe this delusion, you add 1 to the attacks characteristic of companion melee weapons used by friendly fleshly to corpse units, whether wholly in 12 of any friendly fleshly to corpse heroes.
So another attack again.
So he's up to now
plus
4
5
with the maw, 4 with the maw, and 7 with the talons.
Yes, but we worked out that you can have up to +4 other attacks.
Yeah, so that's plus 5.
Yeah. So you can have 8 of the fang
8
maw.
with the maw and 11 with the talons.
Jesus.
Yeah.
If you're on that delusion. And then he has another ability called Wicked Predator, which is once per turn army, any combat phase. You pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target. For each champion, standard bearer, and musician in the target unit, you add 1 to the attacks characteristic of the unit's talons to a maximum of 10 for the rest of the phase. Those additional attacks must target that enemy unit. So I don't know how that would work with when you apply them.
You get to choose the order of which ability you use. So you choose that ability first
to go up
to get you to 10.
9, 10, yeah. And then 10. You go up to Then you choose to do
5. 15
feeding frenzy.
Yeah. Then you could do
I suppose it just depends with the. So Savage Beyond Reason is a passive, so that was already
that would be already on. Yeah,
so that's limiting it a bit.
Anything that's passive, maybe 1 or 2.
So you might get a bit.
Either way, you don't.
Yeah.
Those people who put the maximum number of standard bearers, champions, and musicians in their units are going to be not liking Terrorgeist.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're definitely have 10, aren't they?
Yeah,
if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they bracket, that's the thing that loses attacks. So
yeah. So this does go back up to having loads of attacks.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Gristle is back on the menu.
Yeah. And he's a wizard 1. So he's wizard 1, so he can do 1 spell.
He's an abhorrent, so he heals D3.
Yep. And he can use a CP to bring a unit back onto the board edge. Yeah. So I'll do the Royal Terrorgeist, the unridden one now. And then Paul, if you do the Zombie Dragon.
I'll do the Zombie Dragon pair, yeah. I mean, this is all the same stats.
Is that the same stats as the Royal one? He has two less wounds for not having the king on top. It's the same for the negative on the Talons as well. But he has 2 different rampages. So he's got a different rampage, the same Wicked Predator one.
Yeah, same Predator, yeah.
So only one of them will do Wicked Predator if you have loads of them.
Yeah.
But it's once per turn army. But you could pick where you want it to be, which is quite good. So Shriek of Terror rampage for the Royal Terrorgeist is pick an enemy infantry unit in combat with this unit to be the target. Roll a dice for each model in the target unit. For each 6, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target. If 3 or more damage points are allocated to the target by this ability, that unit is -1 to hit for the rest of the turn.
Horde killer.
Yep, Horde killer, and then making the Horde kill you worse.
Then that's the one you can do multiple times with the battle formation. So you could do if you had 3 Terrorgeists
again and again.
Yeah.
Can you not do does the battle formation not include the other one then?
No, it has to be a rampage.
It has to be a rampage.
Right. I thought both rampages.
Only one of them is a rampage. So only that one, the Wave of Terror, Shriek of Terror is.
Got it.
The Wicked Predator is just a combat ability. But pretty good.
Yeah, no, pretty decent.
Pretty solid.
Zombie Dragon time. So Abhorrent Gawking on Zombie Dragon is 16 health, 4 up save, 5 control, 12-inch move. A Wizard 1. Better do
You're a wizard, Harry.
Better do points for the points for your thing first, Matt. Points for yours before I keep going.
Yeah, I've got it on my list if you want.
350 for Gawking on Terrorgeist, and then normal Terrorgeist is 230, so actually pretty cheap for the normal.
Yeah, those both sound way cheap.
Yeah, they're both good.
So back to the Gawking on Zombie Dragon. Baleful Breath, Shooting Combat Companion, 10-inch range, D6 attacks, 2s and 4s, rend 1, 3 damage. And then in combat, Gory Talons and Fangs, 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1, 2. Draconic Jaws, crit auto wound companion, 4 attacks, 4s and 2s, rend 2, 4 damage. And then Draconic Claws, crit auto wound, 7 attacks, 4s and 2s, rend 1, 2. The claws are the one that bracket down to 5 when you get 10 or more damage on it. So it's still quite a fighty monster.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the mortal output that the Terrorgeist does.
Which has always been the problem with them, to be fair.
Yeah. So the delusion is this. While you believe this delusion, add 2 to the charge rolls of knight units while they're whole and flesh-eater court monsters while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. So +2 to charge for all your monsters and knights near to it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then add 1 to charge rolls for friendly knight units and monsters while they're wholly 12 of other heroes for delusion.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. And then passive, Monstrous Hunger. While they are wholly 12 of this unit, flesh-eater court monsters can run and charge. So if you take this guy and you take a Terrorgeist, you can run the Terrorgeist in and then charge it.
Yep.
Nice.
And then it's rampages. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to move a target. Roll a dice. If it beats a control characteristic, the target can't receive commands. So turn off your command abilities.
Yeah. Pretty decent.
Pretty solid. And then the unridden version is just, again, 2 less health, and all the combat and shooting is exactly the same. You just don't get the gory talons and fangs from the rider. Once per turn army on Rotten Wings. Remove this unit from the battlefield and set it up again on the battlefield more than 9 from all enemy units. That's a once per turn army movement phase ability. So you can teleport around with your zombie dragon. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if this unit charges this turn as the rampage, roll a dice. On a free up, you can move 2d6, go through combat ranges, but you must end in combat. And then pick an enemy unit you passed across during that move. Inflict D3 mortal damage on that unit. So it's the same as the Stonehorn Rampage, I think, or very similar.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No, and then points-wise...
So it's...
Zombie Dragon's 350, the same as the... So they're both the same, and then the unridden one is 240, so it's 10 points more. Neither here.
Yeah. I don't know why it's 10 points more.
I think it's the teleport.
And the fly around, the teleport, That's quite useful.
I still think it's very good, but
yeah, they're both okay.
Yeah.
So I think they're a good place to have that chalice out.
Yes.
Because then the enemy's either going, I'm either crit mortaling you on 5s, or I'm crit auto wounding you on 5s, or your weapons don't work against me.
Yeah.
What would you want? So I think that's a good place for the chalice to be out.
Yeah, wouldn't disagree.
No. So I'll let you do Gormain, Paul, as no, he's your boy.
Yep. So Grand Justice Gormain himself is 5 health, 5 up save, 6 move, 2 control. He has a Gore Street Gavel in combat. 4 attacks, 4 to hit, 3 to wound, no rend, D3 damage. In your charge phase, you can pick a visible enemy unit within 18 of this unit to be a target to arrest those miscreants. Roll a dice. On a 3-up, they get strike last while they're in combat with any friendly heroes and any friendly serfs or knight units. So charging with a hero and a serf or knight unit, and the thing you're fighting gets strikes last. And finally, his delusion is add 1 to the damage characteristic of melee weapons used by serfs and knights while they're wholly within 12 of any Flesh Eater Court heroes that had any damage points allocated to them in the same turn. So all of your ghouls and crypt guard become damage 2, or damage 3 on your crypt horrors, or damage 2 on your flayers.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yep. So he is a unique hero. He's not a wizard. He's not a priest.
No.
So he just has his abilities, but they're still pretty good. Or just a strike.
They're like spells.
Pretty good,
they're like spells. It's like a spell, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah. Then we've got the Abhorrent Archregent.
How many points was he? Sorry.
Oh, not that many. 100. He just had 30 points.
Now.
Yeah,
he had 150. Wasn't it like 80 or something before?
No, he had. I think he was 120. He had like 30 points added to him in the update.
I still don't hate him for 150.
No,
he's still good.
Yeah, he was 110. He had 40 points added to him.
Yeah. So Archregent is move 6, health 5, control 2, save 5+. He has 5 attacks, 3s, rem 1, damage 2. His delusion is Magician's Play. So I assume they're a bit like Brave Sir Robin when they're running around behind him. While you believe this delusion, subtract 1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks that target friendly Flesh Eater Court units where they're wholly in 12 of a friendly hero.
Nice.
Pretty useful.
Mine's 1 to hit's pretty good.
Yeah. And then he's also got once per turn army, your hero phase, countless servants. You pick a friendly serfs or knight unit wholly in 12 of him. And you roll a dice. On a 3-up, if they're a serf, you return 3 models. If it's a knight, you return 1 model.
Yeah.
So that's extra coming back then.
Yeah, so if you have him and one of the nobles, you can do 2 units, 2 models back into your knights unit, or 6 models back into your serfs, which is pretty good.
He is a wizard 1 now. I think he used to be wizard 2.
Used to be 2, agreed.
And he is 150 points.
Yeah, he's just come down 10. So
yeah, he's pretty decent, I think.
I'd take him over Gourmet, to be fair.
I'd have both.
Yeah, I like his delusion. Does that -1 to hit? It just means if you're playing someone who got on shooting, it's like, I'll make myself -1 to hit.
Yeah. It's good to have a mix of delusions, because if the roll doesn't go your way, you need something to pick, don't you?
Yeah. So you want to do the Falconer for us?
Falconer, yes. So High Falconer Felgrin. 5 health, 4 up save, 2 control, move 6. Pretty standard. Range weapons are his Carrion Flock. Shooting, combat, and companion. 12-inch range, 1 attack. 4s to hit, 4s to wound, no rend, d6 damage. And then standard Talons and Fangs, 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. His abilities. In your hero phase, this unit's gripe token, so it comes with a little token. If the gripe is not on the battlefield, pick an enemy unit within 18 of this unit and not in combat to be the target. Place this unit's gripe next to the target. If the target is destroyed or this unit's gripe is next to it, remove this target's gripe from the battlefield. So basically, you just get to mark up someone with this gripe token. And then, while the gripe token is next to an enemy unit, ward rolls cannot be made for damage points inflicted on that enemy unit by combat attacks made by this unit and friendly serfs unit. So if you put the token down to next to something, no wards versus ghouls, Royal Beast Flayers, or Crypt Guard. Okay. And then his delusion is, well, you believe this delusion subtract 10 from the control scores of enemy units while they're in combat with any friendly serf unit or any friendly non-hero monsters or beast units. So -10 control is really good.
Yeah, that's super strong.
Yeah.
You could literally make someone 0.
He's 120 points.
Yeah.
He's worth it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. And he's a new model.
He is, yeah.
The only new model.
Yes.
Then we've got the Abhorrent Ghoul King on foot. So 6-inch move, health 5, control 2, 5 up save. He has 5 attacks, 3s, rend 1, damage 2, but he has anti-hero +1 rend. So he's rend 2 against heroes. And his delusion is called Code of Honor. While you believe this delusion, you add 1 to the damage characteristic of melee weapons used by friendly, non-unique Fleshly Court heroes for attacks that target a hero.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So he makes other people hit heroes better.
Bit better, yeah.
So if you had him and you had the prayer go off, you could be damage 4.
Yeah, or damage 5 on the big horror hero.
Yeah.
I still think that's a delusion you're not going to use very often.
Probably. He's also got the he has his little combo ability. So you pick a unit of serfs that have not fought, they can fight immediately, and they get +1 to wound.
Yeah, that's quite good, because most of it wounds on 4s, the serfs, so that's not
too bad.
He's gone up in points. I don't quite know why. He went up 10 points to 130.
What's baffling about him is you still can't buy him on his own.
No, can you not? You have to buy the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you have to buy the monster.
Yeah, it's when you put the unridden monster, you get him included.
Yeah. Okay. That is a bit odd, but.
And his tactical rock he comes on.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
so Abhorrent Gore Warden next.
Yep.
12-inch move, 7 health. I don't quite know why, because it's not that chunky, the model.
Wings.
5 up save, 2 control, maybe wings. Yeah. Standard 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. The big thing for this guy is he's your deploy off the board kind of option. So you can pick this guy and 2 other Fleshly Court units in the same regiment that have not been deployed, put them off the board, they're patrolling the borders, and then you can drop them in on the movement phase. Set this guy up more than 6 from a target unit. So you pick an enemy unit to be the target and then set him up more than 6. So he actually gets a bit closer. And then the people you set up with him off the board can come in, wholly 12 with him, and then they have to be 9 from all enemy units. And then his delusion is, well, you believe this delusion, add 1 to charge rolls from Fleshly Court units while they're wholly 12 of a hero, add 2 to charge rolls if they were set up in the same turn.
Oh, nice.
You can use that delusion even if you're off the board. So when you drop him in, you can drop guys 9 inches away, but they're going to get +2 to charge. They only need 7 inch charge, potentially.
Solid. I like that.
Pretty good.
And he is about 180 points. It's probably right for that. That outflanking ability is really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just seems... Yeah, it's fine.
So next we've got the Cardinal. He's your priest. He's the only priest in there unless you take the vestments.
Yeah.
He has the same stats as everyone else, apart from he has a 6-up save rather than a 5-up save. He has 3 attacks, 4s, 3s, no rend damage D3. His delusion is, while you believe it, you add +2 to banishment rolls for Flesh Eater Court units, and friendly Flesh Eater Court units have award 4+ against damage points from spells, spell abilities, prayer abilities, and abilities used by manifestations. Not rubbish, but a bit situational.
Yep.
And then his very good ability is, while he's more than 6 from all enemy units, he gets +1 to his chanting rolls.
Yeah, that's really good.
And that's a passive. It's just always on. And
then if you take
one.
Take the charnel vestments, you'd be +2, wouldn't he? So,
yeah. Pretty good at trying to build up points.
Yeah, very good.
So I think he's nearly always an auto take, I think, because you want the prayers unless you want to just add it on. But he's such a good little prayer piece.
And
he's
he
130.
So yeah, that's reasonable, isn't it?
Which is
just a standard kind of spellcast.
Yeah.
Especially with a 6-up save as well. That's fine. That's not bad.
Yeah. So then, do you want to do the
Marascroll Herald. So again, 5 health, 5-up save, 2 control. The Bone Scythe, 5 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. Once per turn, enemy charge phase. Pick a visible enemy unit within 6 of this unit with a target. Roll a dice. On a 3-up, your opponent must decide whether you will accept or reject the entreaty offer to the unit. If you accept it, you gain the infected keyword for the rest of the battle. If you reject it, you get strike last for the rest of the turn. If you are infected, each time you declare a command, spell ability, prayer for the infected unit, roll a dice. On a 5-up, it doesn't work, and it just stops your spell or your prayer.
Yep.
The reaction can be used more than once per phase, but only once per command, spell, or prayer ability. So you want to infect heroes so they can't do spells or commands, etc., etc.
Yeah.
He's all right. I don't think he's amazing, but he's okay. How many points is he? 110. So he's cheap as chips.
Yeah.
But,
For 110, you most people are going to pick the strike last, so done.
Yeah, he's the same points as the next one, which is the Royal Decapitator. So these guys are your nobles. These are both nobles. These are the first nobles. They're the ones that let you bring the models back into the units.
No, Herald is a noble as well, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, these two.
Oh, sorry.
So the Herald and Decapitator are the 2 nobles so far. So he is pretty much standard what we said before with stats, move 6, health 5, control 2, save 5+. He has 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, rend 2, damage 3. So maybe could be damage 4 with that favour.
Yeah, he's a candidate for it, yeah.
He has a fight reaction. He has 2 fight reactions. So first one is Executioner's Entourage. You pick a friendly serfs unit which has not used a fight yet, and they gain crit 2 hits the rest of the turn.
Yeah, they chain together, don't they?
They chain and they gain crit 2 hits, which is not too bad. And then the last one is Offer Their Head. So immediately after that fight ability has been resolved, you pick an enemy hero in combat with this unit to be the target. Roll 2d6. If it exceeds the target's health characteristic, it's automatically destroyed.
Go around just smacking 5 wound heroes off the board.
Yeah, you got a chance just to delete them.
I like him just for that.
Yeah, he's the one I like. He's the same.
110 done. You just take it.
He was 100. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a bit cheaper.
Is that ability once per army?
Nope. So you could have 10 of them and try to do it 10 times.
Yeah.
Actually, what can he get with? It's 2d6 he rolls, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of stuff he could get.
And you had to exceed the health characteristics. There are some stuff which is like 10.
Yeah.
10 wounds, you can go for them if you're lucky.
Yeah.
It has to be a hero, not just
it has to be a hero.
So you can't kill like dragons.
No, I'm just trying to think. You could probably get away with like, what's that Stormcast one? Bartholos? Uncle Phil, I always call him.
Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion, isn't he?
Bastion.
8? Is he 8?
Yeah.
Indrasta as well.
You could get an Indrasta. Yeah.
Indrasta as well. Yeah, lots of Stormcast heroes that probably have got a
vulnerable
chance.
It's quite good, actually.
I mean, they might have killed him first, unless he's striking first. But
yeah, I think if you put him into combat with either of those, he's not going to be there, is he?
No. So the other 2 nobles are later in the book, so we're going to go the big book order for everyone. So we'll come back to them later when we come to their other units.
Yeah.
So next we've got the Vargulf Courtier.
Yeah.
Who, as we said earlier, is just a beast. He's pretty much the same as what he was. He's just the beast now. Move 10, health 8, 5 up save, control 1. He has immense claws, which is 7 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, Ren 1, damage 2, anti-infantry 1 Ren, so Ren 2 against infantry. And then dagger-like fangs, 1 attack, 3s to hit, 2s to wound, Ren 2, damage 3, anti-infantry 1. So good against infantry.
Yeah.
So he's a beast, max control 1. And end of any turn, he does a victory feast. If any models were slain by the unit this turn, he heals d6. If he's in combat, he can immediately move 10. He can move through the combat ranges of enemy units, but must end that move in combat with the unit he was already in combat with at the start of the move. So you can kind of jump around the unit and go somewhere else on it. And if you're not in combat, the unit can immediately move 10 and can't finish in combat.
Yep.
So if you run in and kill something, you can then run off somewhere else and hide.
Correct. Yeah.
And if you don't, you can run the other side of them still if you want to.
Yes.
So, I mean, I quite like them just to be annoying for people who have infantry.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a nice model.
I don't think they're too bad at all. They are 130 points. You can get a lot of them.
Yeah, so 130, it's not too bad. Should we do Crypt Guard?
I will do Crypt Guard. So 1 health, 6 up save, 6 up ward, control 1. This is the first of the little tiny infantry kind of units we've come across.
Yeah,
3 attacks, 4s and 4s, rend 1, damage 1. Crit auto wound, anti-charge, +1 rend. So if you charge and rend 2 is actually quite good.
Yeah.
And then these guys get a 5 up ward if there are any heroes wholly within combat range. So the hero and this unit both get a 5 up ward at that point.
Yep.
And then if this unit is in combat with an enemy unit that charges this turn, roll a dice are on a 3 up for the rest of the turn. This unit has strike first, but ward rolls cannot be made for it. So you get a choice. You can fight first if you get charged, but you get no more wards, or you can take the wards but get hit first.
Yeah.
At 3 attacks each, a unit of 20, that's 60 attacks at Rend 2 damage 1. I don't know how many people want to actually get hit in the face by that.
Yeah.
None. That's how many. I mean, even like talking about top end save stuff like I don't know, only because of yesterday's Skull Crushers.
Yeah.
A 2 up save. That 4, just going to that 4 is scary.
Yeah, it is, because like say you've got 60 attacks, you'll probably get like 30 something through, another like 16 to 18 kind of Rend 2 damage 1 save, so
it's worrying.
It's still quite a bit of damage, isn't it?
And you can buff it obviously with loads of stuff like we've already seen in the book and other things.
Yeah, if they got deranged on them, they're wounding on 3s, or attack, they're hitting on 3s.
Yeah, they're pretty decent.
Yeah, Morbeg Knights.
Yeah, so they're move 12, health 4, 4 up save. So they're one of the best saves in the book.
Yeah.
Control 1, 6 up ward, like we said before. So a nice reversey profile for everyone.
Yeah, it's really annoying when you're rolling the dice.
Lance on top. 2 attacks, 3s to hit, 4s to wound, Rem 1, damage 1. And then the mount, the Night Shrieker, 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, Rem 1, damage 2. And then charge +1 on the Lance. So they're all damage 2 when you charge.
Plus 1 damage, yeah.
And they've got end of enemy turn. They've got Predator Knights. You pick an enemy unit in combat. You do D3 mortal damage on them. Then the unit can retreat. They don't suffer any damage. So you can just run away 12, having done mortal wounds to the enemy.
And that's your opponent's turn as well, not your
end
turn.
of the enemy turn.
Really good.
Really good.
They've really toned them down.
The only difference now is they don't do the mortal wounds when they hit you.
Yeah. They do it at the end.
They do
if you counter charge with them, you'll do it at the end of that turn.
Yes, you would. Yeah.
So that's still good.
If you got the points, you could counter charge them in, do power through but stay in combat and do D3 mortals, then do that ability and disappear and do another D3 mortals.
Yeah.
If you really felt like it. Points we missed for Crypt Guard and Morbeg Knights. Crypt Guard are 120 for 10, so 240 for a block. They were 200. They've gone up 20 points. I think they needed to go up 20 points because they were really good. And the Morbeg Knights are 180 for 3, which is fine.
Pretty decent. Okay. So now we get your friend, Paul.
Yeah, the Crypt Haunter Courtier. So this is another noble. This is the guy who leads like the unit of Crypt Horrors. So 6 health, 5 up save, 2 control, move 7. Massive Bone Club and Rancid Talons. 5 attacks, 4s and 3s, Ren 2, damage 3. So he's one of the guys we were talking about who you could buff with the extra damage. You could get up to damage 5 if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Buffs. Your hero phase, he heals D3. And then he's got a chain fight ability with Crypt Horrors. So basically, he fights, and they fight after him, and they get +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Super solid, noble. So he brings Crypt Horrors or ghouls back into units.
Yeah.
He just runs around with them.
The only thing that annoys about them is just they haven't done a model for it.
Yes, you lose a guy out of
it. You lose. I know you can take 2 of them if you want, or really want to, but just do a model for it, please.
You have to buy another box, don't you?
Yeah, another box. And they look fine with the stuff you can add onto them, but they still don't look that different from the.
No, I painted mine a different colour, so you can tell the difference.
You have to give them a massive tactical rock.
Yeah, it is annoying though because it's just I'll stick on a Vargeist face, done.
Yeah, but hey ho.
Yeah.
So following the book order, now we have Crypt Ghouls. I don't know why you wouldn't put the horrors there, but there we go. So
they're
horrors.
Like baby horrors, I guess.
Yeah, baby horrors. Move 6, health 1, 6 up save, control 1. They have sharpened teeth and filthy claws. Which is 2 attacks each, 4s and 4s, no rend damage 1, and then they gain 1 rend if they're wholly within 12 of a noble or abhorrent.
Yeah.
So they become rend 1. It's pretty good. And they have crit auto wound, like their Crypt Guard.
Yes. They're just bog standard guys. Points wise, we missed those
20,
for both.
Don't you? You get 20 and you get 20.
Yeah, 20 ghouls for 160. Yeah, and then the horror boss, Crypt Haunter Courtier, is 120, so he's quite cheap.
Yeah, he's quite cheap. And the Crypt Horrors themselves.
The horrors themselves, these are my unit of the book.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So 7-inch move, health 4, 5 up save, control 1. Club and Septic Talons. How many different descriptions for talons we've had in this book? You should go back and count, really.
Yeah.
4 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. Anti-cavalry +1 rend, crit auto wound. So against the cav, they're rend 2 damage 2, which is pretty good. And their ability is once per turn army, any combat phase. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target. Roll 2 dice for every model in the unit. Add 2 to the roll if it's cavalry. Reach 5 up, you take a mortal wound. So unit 6 of them, you roll 12 dice. On 5 ups, you do a mortal wound. Or if you're fighting cavalry, on 3 ups, you do a mortal wound. They were rather good versus your blood crushers, weren't they?
They were very good versus.
I think I killed 2 blood crushers before they even fought.
I think it was 3.
Was it? No, it must be. Yeah, you might have taken some wounds. I'm pretty sure it was 2.
It was horrible.
And then you killed a Crypt Horror, and then the 5 of them just killed the rest.
Yeah.
Horrible. 2 up save unit. actually, I countercharged them into the flank of them. So I also had an additional rend because of my battle things. So they were rend 3 damage 2 against you at that point.
Yeah. Just nothing I could do against it. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So then we've got the Crypt Infernal Courtier. So this is the other amazing model you can create yourself. He is move 12, health 6, 5 up save, control 2. He has a piercing death shriek, range 10, 4 attacks, 4 to hit, 3 to wound, rend 2, damage D3. Pretty good.
Yep.
And he has skewering claws. Don't worry, they're not festering or anything. Apparently, 5 attacks, 4 to hit, 3 to wound, rend 1, damage 2. He has a couple of abilities. One is your movement phase once per turn army. On winged steeds, pick a friendly Crypt Flare unit that use the To Our Liege ability, which we'll go over in a minute, and it's holding 9 of this unit. The target can immediately move D3, but cannot move that move in combat. So they can. To Our Liege essentially is a teleport. You can then move D3 after.
I think just read out that ability now, Matt, so people understand.
So To Our Liege ability, because it's the only one on the flares, is if this unit is not in combat, remove it from the battlefield and set it up again, wholly in 12 of a friendly Flesh Eater Claw's hero and more than 9 from all enemy units. So you're going to be 9 from the unit minus
and then
D3.
Move D3,
basically. Because of him. And then he has another ability, which is in your shooting phase, once per turn army, you pick an enemy unit that had any damage points from this unit's attacks, the piercing death shriek. And then for the rest of the turn, your flares get +1 damage for their range attacks that target the same enemy unit. So pretty good combo.
We'll read their attack shortly, and that's a really good combo.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think you got that one up as well, didn't you, Paul?
I did indeed, yes.
We'll do that together. Makes sense, doesn't it, I suppose?
Yeah. So the Crypt Flayers, 5 up save, 4 health, 1 control. But they have range 10. This is the death scream. This is the thing that gets buffed. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 2, damage 1. So 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 2, damage 2 when you do that extra point of damage from the boss. So all of a sudden, your unit of 6 Crypt Flayers, land 9 away, move D3, so they're probably going to be within 10 even if you redeploy. And then it's 25 attacks for the champ, 4s and 3s, rend 2, damage 2.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. And then they've got a standard 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 1, damage 1 in combat. Beast Flayers is the last unit.
Yeah, should we do the points? So the points for the Crypt Infernal Courtier is that he's 140, or they are 140, and the Flares are 160.
Yeah.
So pretty good still. Same price as the Horrors, isn't it? Flares and Horrors are the same now.
Same, yeah. They both do very different things, but both are very good.
Last unit is the Royal Beast Flayers. Move 6, health 1, control 1, save 6+. They have Beast Flare weapons, which are anti-beast +1 rend and anti-monster +1 rend. They have 3 attacks each. 4s, no rend, damage 1. And then they have Hunter's Instinct as their passive ability. Enemy monsters can't use Rampage while they're in combat with them. And you subtract 1 from the damage characteristics of melee weapons used by enemy monsters and beasts while they're in combat with this unit also.
Yeah, they're
very anti-monster.
Yeah, 110 points.
Pretty
good. Not bad.
Nice. No, they're okay. Too. I think if they had flat rend 1 on that profile, I think they'd be really quite good.
Yeah.
It's the no rend that kind of hurts a little bit.
I mean, you could, with Ishran, they're going to get anti-charge if they're in your area.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So you could probably set something up, potentially.
Yeah.
But
they're kind of the unit when you've got a few points and you can't quite balance it, they might sit in there.
So the only scroll we've got left to do is the Sharnal Throne.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to do it? No, I can do it if you want,
Yeah. I'm getting tired.
So if you don't have a steward, which is basically your little infantry guy you're going to put in there, pick a freshly course infantry hero within 3 of it and not in combat, stick them on top of the throne, and that's in your hero phase. And then if you have in the movement phase, if you have a steward that wasn't set up that turn, you can set them up on the battlefield within 6 of the terrain feature and not in combat. So basically, you can get in the hero phase, get out in the movement phase, but you can't do the same time. Yeah. And then the ability, and this is really good, is if you have a steward, in your movement phase, pick a Flesh Eater's Court unit to be the target. It can move D3 inches. But if the unit was set up this turn, it can move D6 instead. It cannot move into combat with that move. So anything that's come in off the board, or the flayers that have been summoned to someone else, would all move D6 inches. So your flayers effectively can move D3 inches and then D6 inches.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
Really good, yeah.
The only bad thing with it is you have to leave someone on it.
Yes.
And you kind of want your heroes by your units.
That's where I'd like Gormain, because he stands on there and it doesn't really hurt him too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the book.
That is 10 points now, I believe, for the throne. It is 10 points now.
Yeah. Points of 10.
See, that annoys me a little bit, because you shouldn't have to pay points for a faction terrain. That one, that's a bigger discussion, I think.
Yeah, I'm not that keen, but that's something we can always talk about on another show, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Rich, go on then. What's your bookie feelings?
Hot take. What's your hot take, Rich?
You know what? I played Flesh Eater Courts in 1st and 2nd edition, and I ran, as people often know, pretty much nothing but Crypt Horrors. And I think that Crypt Horrors are back on the menu, boys. I think the list that I've written while I've been talking is a pretty straightforward, no messing about list. Usharon, a Crypt Haunter, 2 units reinforced Crypt Horrors, and then Crypt Infernal Courtier and 2 reinforced unit of Crypt Flayers. And I think I like what you've said about all the stuff. There's so much nuance between the different units, and you can run it without having to have a mixture of everything if you want, which I think works really well. It seems very well written. I enjoy it. Some of the points are a bit like all over the place, but actually in terms of what you can play and how to play it, I like that this seems to have multiple different ways. Unlike, what was the one we talked about? Was it
KO last week?
KO, that's it, where you're sort of funneled one way or the other. This is very much like, there's a lot more freedom, so I like it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it feels like a nice rounded army. And not too complicated to play when you're drunk.
No, not really. No, it's a good one for us to be
or
taking
hungover game 4.
Yeah.
Are we having who's best feck at achievements?
Potential. Well, as long as I'm painted, we will do. Yeah.
Okay.
But all that happens is we'll play game 3 and then you'll win because I'll probably fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, you've had enough rosé. Are you staying over? Or are you going home?
I'm going to try and stay over. I'm going to try and stay at the Premier Inn if I can.
Okay.
But I'm not on rosé. I'm going to be on, because they brought back my favourite old drink of Reef.
Oh, behave, really?
I quite like Reef. Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be getting some Reef. They've only done the yellow one so far.
Reef Strawpedos.
I used to do Reef pints, is what I used to do when I was younger. 2 Reefs in the pint glass. You used to mix the 2 colours together. It was amazing.
Did they used to separate? Did they properly mix?
They just mixed really nice together. It became kind of like red. No, what colour was it? Or green? Can't remember. Whatever colour it was. It was nice.
Okay.
A couple of Reef pints in you, and you were happy.
I bet you were.
Fair play.
Armies? Do you want to do yours first, or should I do mine?
I can do mine if you want. So it's dead on 2K because of the 10 points for the faction terrain.
Yeah.
So I went Abhorrent Ghoul King and Royal Terrorgeist. He's a general. I gave him the Grizzly Pennant for 10 points, and I gave him the Savage Abomination and Savage Beyond Reason.
Yep.
On the list. So tried to make him, he's pretty fighty, basically. So he's got already has the +1 attack on the monster companion weapons. It's already up to 5 already on the Maw, which is really what I'm looking at. And the Pennant, just to make sure I definitely get that +1 to hit, or a better chance of getting it. Then I took Crypt Infernal Courtier with 6 Flayers, 3 Morbeg Knights, and then Archregent, 1 unit of crypt ghouls, 1 unit of guard, and the Royal Decapitator. So like having 2 nobles, because one's definitely going to die.
Yep.
And then a cardinal and reinforced crypt horrors. And that's dead on 2k.
Yep.
And that'll be in the knightly echelon one again. So you get, I like that one where it's the +1 rend when you charge.
Yeah.
Just good, I think. So a bit of a mixed list. I think it is a Matt Clark list. Yes, it is. Haven't failed yet. So yeah. What about yours, Paul?
So mine's quite similar to yours. It is a Matt Clark list where I've got nothing duplicated, but also knightly echelon. But I haven't gone for the big beastie in there. So I've got Archregent, 6 Flayers, 10 Crypt Guard, Gore Warden, Crypt Infernal Courtier, and Morbeg Knights, Crypt Haunter Courtier, 6 Crypt Horrors, and then Gormain and 20 Crypt Ghouls. Charnel Throne, and I have got Forbidden Power as my lore.
Okay.
And the reasoning behind this, the trick is Gormain's delusion is +1 damage if you're near the injured hero. So what you do is you put the Archregent into the floaty boaty, into old Launch On. He moves him across the board and does a mortal wound, so he takes some damage. And then all of a sudden, my 20 Crypt Guard or my 20 Ghouls are all damage 2, or my Crypt Horrors are damage 3, or my Crypt Flayers are back to damage 2 again.
Yeah.
So big damage buff by hurting yourself. The downside is you've got to be on the right delusion, which I have failed to do miserably most games.
Still sounds quite good.
I do find it interesting that we all, as a formation, we all would have picked knightly echelon.
I think competitively wise, I actually think you go down the many more Crypt Flayers and Crypt Ghouls route and just make them all damage 2, and then you probably don't go knightly echelon. You might go the bring back more models thing, just to help cycle your things. I think the extra rend is so good when you're running Crypt Flayers and Crypt Horrors, though, that you want to go that way.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think there's a ton of lists you can write out of that book. I actually want to try the Gash list and see how it runs.
Yeah. Could be interesting. I definitely want to try and take Big Bagoosh at some point. I get him painted. I think he'd be quite fun. It's pretty scary if people deal with.
Do we know how they've been doing, or have we not had enough results in really to...
How is Lurking Worm's internet perv? Has he found out enough?
Why would this be a perv?
Because you're perving at the flesh eaters, mate.
I don't think it definitely isn't a perv, is it? Right.
So that'll be...
When it loads up, we'll have a look.
Oh, you are looking? Okay.
I am looking. Sorry. Don't worry.
All right. Should we do a little... Do I have to come up with a little theme song for this?
No,
do I need to play the Matt Clark song again?
No, it doesn't work. We know this.
Lurking Worms into the perv. What can he find about the dirty feckers?
No, we're not doing that. Right. Where is it going? If I can find it somewhere.
So next show, while Matt's looking for that, is going to be Nighthaunts, and that's the last of the new books we can do for now because we haven't had a full release for Hellsmiths. So until they're out with a proper book and out in the wild playing in competitive games, we'll not be reviewing those. But Nighthaunt in a couple of weeks, probably, chaps, is what we're looking at, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably a couple of weeks, and then hopefully Hellsmith will be out sooner rather than later, and we can do those as well. And we can get the year.
We can get lost in DP or PPs or whatever we want to call them.
DP sounds better, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
What DPs and PPs?
What's PPs apart from being a PP?
Yeah, demonic PPs, PowerPoints.
Yeah, I know that. But what's the other reason you're saying it?
Because it can be, I think it's like an American term they use a lot for dongs.
Yeah, PP. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I wasn't sure.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some young new word for it or something, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna type this into Google and see what happens.
Also, how I'm not that much younger than you, man.
You're still younger than me.
Yeah, by like 2 years, I think.
Not 2 years. You're younger than me. You're a wee nipper.
I mean, I'm 40 in January, so it's not that much of a wee nipper.
You probably shouldn't be, given what it could mean.
Right.
I'm going to have to Google now.
We might have to skip that one.
I won't say that then. No one can say that. So, flesh eaters look like they're doing quite well. So, when did the book come out? Does someone know when that came out?
Find out.
When did it come out? About 6 weeks ago? Yes. It came out the same weekend, a dual release, wasn't it? With Nighthaunt? Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was 30th of August, according to the AI, which must be right.
Oh, okay, now it's 22nd of November. So ignore me, I'm not looking at the right
That must be the old one, maybe.
Yeah.
So about 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, based on that, they came 4th at Montreal GT on the 13th of September. They came 3rd in the Flying Monkey Con. Sounds quite cool.
Fantastic.
AOS Champion, Champ 2025. And then they also came 3rd in London Grand Tournament as well. So it sounds like they're doing pretty well.
If they come in, like I don't even know how many players were in the London Grand Tournament. I think it's a fair few, wasn't
70 players it is.
That's not bad.
It's a big 5-round 70-player one, so yeah.
Also, just to let you know, Flying Monkey Con is apparently in Wichita, Kansas, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's quite good.
But it is
That's 65 players as well, so it's still a big one.
Yep.
They're all pretty big ones, so that's good. So definitely are doing quite well.
Yeah,
it seems so far. So we could do our socials, but seeing that I never actually look at it, I don't know if it's even worth doing it.
No, we tried.
So you know what, guys? On Podbean and on Spotify, I can't speak for anything else, you can comment on this. So if you want to comment. Probably better on YouTube. We might get more response from us.
Yeah,
so make a comment on YouTube. Talk to us. We're always keen to have a chat to the handful of listeners or watchers who want us to talk to us, and we want to know more and do more entertaining things. I think we're talking as well about doing some battle reports.
Yeah, I'm just busy at work for a couple of weeks. So you and Matt might be able to do one, but
they'll probably be. I can't promise they're going to be very technically amazing. They'll probably be very much kitchen side battle reports to start with, but hopefully they'll still be quite interesting for you guys.
Yes.
And then we're thinking about also maybe adding in another podcast in addition to these sort of faction ones where we just have a chat about something. Whether that's like we said earlier about points on certain things, we talk about that and discuss that, or we might discuss why they never replace Crypt Haunter Courtiers, anything like that.
Yeah, just the latest sort of hot gossip.
I do have a theory about that, so that would be a good one for us to talk about then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, brilliant.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No, it's been emotional, guys.
No. Yeah, it has been indeed, and we will catch you for the next one.
Yeah. Thanks
Take it easy, guys.
Everyone. Bye.
Burp.